Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, come listeners, I, Saima Larik, am here, having qualification MPhil English Literature and PhD scholar now, working as lecturer in English at one of the prestigious institutes of Larkano, a newly established college, Begum Nusrat Bhutto Government Girls Degree College Larkana, under the supervision of Honorable Principal Professor Samina Naz Abdu. I highly appreciate the initiatives taken by the College Education Department, Government of Sindh, for launching this platform. Dear students, it is to make you known and directed to kindly subscribe this YouTube channel, Sindh College Lectures YouTube channel, and keep on gaining knowledge at homes. Dear students, today's lecture is on reading text number 8, The Walls of Cernogratz, written by Hector Hugh Munro and also frequently as H. Munro, better known by the pen name Saki, was a British writer. Hopefully, by the end of this lecture, the students will be able to understand theme and concept of short story, its vocabulary, how short story is one of the interesting genres of English literature and how valued it is today. To recognize the elements of short story, students can better display their own experience of writing creatively in the medium of short story. Briefly, it can boost up thinking and writing creativity amongst students. Let's start story with brief introduction of main characters. Conrad, Baroness' brother, a prosperous Hamburg merchant with stronger imagination. Baron, Baroness' husband. Baroness Grubel, Baron wife. A major character in the story is Governess Amelie, Miss Cernogratz, Fräulein Schmidt. Amelie, the grey old governess, also known as Miss Cernogratz, as she claims in the story herself, is one of the members of great family Cernogratz. Fräulein Schmidt is a German name. Fräulein means Miss, a German title of respect, an unmarried woman or a girl. Amelie took this name after her family became poor and she had to go out and give lessons. The other minor characters in the story are like the guests, one of them the banker's wife. The scene within the story. The setting of story is in a place, an old castle. Baron family has bought the castle and they are sitting together at the time this story happened. The time when the story happened was the middle of winter, December 29th, and the time of the day was winter night. The mood dominated in the story is full of suspense and sadness. Students, here I have shared a list of new words with meaning for enriching your vocabulary regarding the text. If you find some other words new for you in the lesson, you can use dictionary to serve the purpose. The story starts with a question asked by Conrad. Are there any old legends attached to the castle? A reply came from his sister, Baroness Grubel, that when anyone dies in the castle, all the dogs in the village and the wild beasts in the forest howl all the night long. Adding further, she said, it is not true at all. When the old mother-in-law died last spring, we all listened, but there was no howling. This conversation occurred in the presence of Amelie. Amelie narrates the story. Amelie is a character in the story who usually remains silent, never speaking unless someone spoke to her. But now she spoke up uninvited to clear that the story is not as you have told it. It is not when anyone dies in the castle that the howling is heard. It was when one of the Cernogratz family died here and the wolves came from far and near and howled at the edge of the forest before the hour of death. As the soul of the dying one left its body, a tree would crash down in the park. But for a stranger, nothing happens like that. Oh no. Now let's see Baroness' response and her concern about Amelia's health. Baroness Grubel listened this all and said angeredly, "How dare you speak like that so disrespectfully? You pretend as if you know all about the Cernogratz legends." Said all that can prove Amelie wrong in front of her guests, who gathered to celebrate Christmas as New Year festivities. Baroness Grubel called Amelie past work, as she had been no longer able to work, and decided to give her notice once the celebrations are done. Whoppy reaction. During this all was going on, a whoppy reaction was noticed. Whoppy, a small woolly lapdog, a pet dog small enough to be held in the lap. All of a sudden, Whoppy leapt down and crept shivering under the sofa. At the same moment, many other disturbing sounds were listened, like an outburst of angry barking of dogs, wolves whining, howling. "Wolves!" cried the Baron. "100 of wolves," said Conrad, a man of strong imagination. Baroness' entry in Amelie's room. After these all happenings, Baron made an entry in Amelie's room. The atmosphere of the room was found gloomy, yet observing. A narrow, cheerless room. Though Amelie was weak, but she ordered not to close the window. The reason she told, "I want to listen death music. They have come from far and wide to sing the death music of my family, Cernogratz. I am not all alone." Baroness Grubel rejoins the guests. In the end, what happened? Death happened on 29th December at Castle Cernogratz. Amelie von Cernogratz, Amelie of Cernogratz, for many years, the valued friend of Baron and Baroness Grubel, published in the newspaper, proved Amelie was true at telling all true about Cernogratz family, as she was one of the members of a great family, Cernogratz. That's all. Dear students, I am sure after going through this lecture, you would easily be able to do any task related. So here is some home-based assignment. Part 1. Jot down any legend or strange story that you have heard yourself. Part 2. Write summary, the walls of Cernogratz, and solve its exercise given on page number 102. Take good care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe. All the success. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.